Video is super late, but better late than never, right? I guess. I don't know. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are going to be doing my October TBR to be read, and I'm super excited. I know it's a little bit late, but I still want to share with you guys. So, like you guys already know, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, go ahead and turn on notifications so you guys can be updated every single time I upload, and follow me on Instagram. I'll have my profile right here for you guys. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. October is probably one of my favorite months, so I'm so excited for this TBR because we are just gonna have all of this spooky feels, and nothing can get better than that. So, alright, first book. The first book that I have, actually. I am gonna insert the picture of the first book right here because I pre-ordered it and it was supposed to come in today, but it hasn't come in, and it says it's going to be delivered on Friday, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie, Leroy, I think, Addie, I don't know, but I'm gonna put it right here, and I am just so excited for this book. I've been so excited for it for a few months now, and apparently we are following Addie, who makes this deal, I think with the devil. I don't know. She makes a deal with somebody to be immortal, and she goes on many years and many lives, but no one really ever remembers her up until she meets this one person who does remember her. Something like that. But that is my first book that I'm so excited, but like I said, I haven't received it yet. It's coming in on Friday, so I'm really excited. Okay, next book. Another book that I've been really excited to read, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and this is, I think, sort of a perfect October read. It's basically about this girl named Alex, Galaxy, also called Alex, and she kind of lives a really troubled life, I guess. She doesn't have the easiest life. She has been like into drugs, and just she lives a pretty difficult life, but luckily for her, she gets a free ride to Yale to be part of the secret societies there. There is 8 secret societies, and then the Ninth House, which is more of like a protection type of house, so she is supposed to give protection to the rest of the other houses and making sure that they are following the guidelines of the societies. And there she finds out that maybe the societies aren't what they seem like, and they're a lot creepier and a lot bad than they appear. So I'm really excited for this book. I know it's gotten a lot of hype, and I can't wait to get into this. I think this is going to be the first book that I grab, so I'll keep you guys updated at the end of the month. Another book that has been really hyped up on YouTube is Cemetery Boys, and I was I wasn't sure if I should pick this up because I've never really read a story like this, but I was intrigued nonetheless. And we are following, I believe his name is Yadriel, and he really wants to prove himself to his family and show that he is a true warlock. And so he decides to wake up the ghost of his murdered cousin, but he ends up waking up somebody else's ghost. I'm not sure the name of the other guy, and he was kind of like a bad ass in school and stuff like that, like a bad boy type of guy in high school, and he wakes up the spirit of him, and there is going to be some romance. So this is a male on male story, and I just think it's going to be really I just think it's going to be really heartwarming and really sweet, and I really like the idea of it. I just hope it's executed the right way. I just think it's cute how he brings up another ghost, and he's probably gonna fall in love with the ghost. So I don't know, really interesting, and probably the second book I'll read, but we shall see. I don't know. Another book that is perfect for the October month is truly Devious. I have heard nothing but amazing reviews on this book, so I've been wanting to grab it for a while now, but I don't know why I just never picked it up. And this is basically about this academy where a murder happened, and it is considered a cold case because it was never solved. And so we're following this, sorry, my nose is like really itchy. So we're following Stevie Bell many years later, and she's going into this academy, and she just really wants to know what happened with the cold case, and she really wants to figure out what happened. And so we are gonna follow her as she's trying to solve this murder. And I love everything mysterious, thriller, involving murders. That is just my jam. So I think I'm really going to enjoy this book, and I know it has a few books after this one. So there's a sequel and even a third book, I believe. I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But really excited for this book. I don't know, I feel like I'm going to say I'm excited for every single book because I am, but this is one of those that I kind of knew I was going to read in October. I couldn't wait to get it, and it is Horrified by Katrina Leno, and I know this book is going to be something I read towards the end of the month because I really want to be reading it during Halloween, so I'll probably pick this up either the 28th or the 29th. And this is basically about this young girl, I don't know, she's probably a teenager, I don't know, but she lives in California. Her dad passes away, so she moves back to her childhood home with her mom, and she starts figuring out some like weird things that are happening there in the house. And she also realizes that there's a room in that same house that has never been open, it's just been locked for as long as she can remember, and she wants to figure out what is behind those doors, and it's not going to be anything good. It's not going to be anything good from the title, Horrid. So yeah, excited for this book. Like I said, I'm gonna wait to read it towards the end of the month. Another book that I have on my TBR is Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and I don't think this kind of fits the October theme that I have going on, but I do want to have something that kind of breaks up all of the mysteries and all of the murders. So I decided to pick up Wilder Girls, and I've seen a lot of hype about this book, some bad, some good, and I'm just really interested. It's sort of a dystopian story, and I love dystopians stories, and this is basically about an all-girls boarding school where a toxin or like a disease takes over the school, so they're basically in quarantine. And I believe we're following Addie, her name is, as she's trying to figure out what is happening in the school, and also looking for her best friend who disappeared one night. So it's not so much October. It is sort of a mystery, not really, but I don't know, I thought it would be a really good break just from all of the scary books, and I chose Wilder Girls. And can we just talk about how gorgeous and beautiful this cover is, because it is just, oh my god, beautiful. Alright, next up, as you guys know, I really wanted to get into Stephen King, and I was told by another YouTuber, I mean not directly, I just watched a video, and it was mentioned in that video the best way to get into Stephen King and see if you like it is by trying out Mystery. And yes, I picked it up because I was really interested in like expanding my Stephen King collection and reading all the books, but at the same time I am really interested in this particular story because it just seems really relatable, to be honest. Obviously not the whole kidnapper scenario and murderer, but we're basically following this writer, Paul, I think his name is. I want to say Paul, I might be wrong. And he has been kidnapped by his #1 fan, Annie. And Annie is a huge fan of his stories named Mystery, and she really does not like the way he ended the last book. I believe he killed Mystery in the book. She's just really upset about it, so she kidnaps him and wants him to write the story the way she wants it, and if not, she is torturing him until he writes the story she wants. So I just think it's really interesting. I feel in a way it's kind of relatable because I'm very passionate about my books or even TV shows, and I get really upset when someone gets killed off. Obviously, I'm not going to go and kidnap somebody. That's ridiculous. But overall, I think it's an interesting story how this lady is clearly a psychopath, and she's just really passionate with the story. So can't wait to read this. Super excited, and I'm excited I got the hardcover as well. I looked for it for a long time. So next up, I have The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Foley? I'm gonna say Foley. And this is sort of I believe like a wedding is happening in a remote island, and there's like a lot of family drama. Someone is going to get killed, and we need to probably figure out who it is. Again, perfect for me, because this is kind of the type of good books that I go for. I'm sorry, I can't speak. And so I just think it's pretty awesome. And it says there's a bride, the +1, the best man, the wedding planner, and the bridesmaid. All have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. I am betting it's the bride. I don't know. Alright. We're almost towards the end. So next up, I have Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and I feel like this is going to be a really good book. I bought it because it was recommended in one of the live streams with Books by Lala. They were reviewing Home Before Dark, and I loved this book, and one of them, I'm not sure who, recommended this book, said it was really creepy and awesome. And of course I had to go out and buy it, so I did get it pre-loved, so it's a little bit yanky, but it's okay. It's basically about two sisters who, one of them, her husband has been murdered, and they're also trying to find out the mystery of what happened to their other sister 20 years before that. So she went missing, and they are trying to figure out what happened to that sister that went missing, as well as find out who murdered one of their husbands in the present time. So there's like secrets to be found, known. It's just going to be interesting. I think it's going to be really creepy. I heard it's going to be really creepy. So I'm all for this book, really excited, and yeah, that's that. Last book that I have is the Babysitters Coven, and this book is just so cute. It's so pretty. And in this book, we are following, I believe, two characters. One of them is Esme, and the other one is Cassandra. Esme runs a babysitter's club. I don't know, a babysitter's gig. I don't know what it is. She's a babysitter. And Cassandra, her mom passes away, and she leaves her a note saying, find the Babysitters Club. So she goes out and joins, I bet, Esme in the Babysitters Club, and I am pretty sure they're witches. I don't know. I mean, that's what I get from the synopsis. It says, turns out Esme and Cassandra have more in common than they think, and they're about to discover what being a babysitter really means, a heroic lineage of superpowers, magic rituals, and saving the innocent from seriously terrifying evil. Ooh, that seems kind of interesting. Kind of remind me of Hocus Pocus a little bit. Okay, this is going to be good. Alright, so those are my 10 books for the month. I do have another one that it's kind of maybe will arrive, maybe won't arrive, and if I have time I'll read it, but it's not like high on my list, and that is Middle Game. I put an offer on it. I don't know if it's going to get accepted. Hopefully it does, because I like to get some of my books pre-loved. And so maybe that book will come in. I'm not sure if I'll have time for it this month. hopefully will do. I'll put a picture of it, but it's basically about twins that have magical powers, I believe. I'm not sure. I just heard it's really good. So that's another one that might make it into my October TBR, but it's not set in stone. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it wasn't too boring. I know I've been doing a lot of book stuff, but it all just got together. I don't know how. Like the haul, my wrap up, and then the October TBR, it all just kind of got into the same week. But I'm going to be trying to do what's on my phone next, and also what's on my iPad, because I know you guys have been asking for that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.